Well, hello. I'm back. Welcome to another Minutes with Milo video. Since I haven't put out a video in a while. You know, most of my shows are live on YouTube, and then of course they just save them there. So then they look like videos, but they're not videos. They're just recordings of live streams. That's it, streams. So I'm doing a cooking video, and this is not anything special. All right, I call it, for lack of a better term, a breakfast pocket. It's not really a pocket. You can't wear it, put stuff in it other than, well, I guess you could put other stuff in it, but I'm going to put egg. And the egg of choice today is a duck egg. Okay, so I got this from some people that had ducks and chickens, and they got kind of a split between the two. And this is my last duck egg. And if you haven't had duck eggs, I mean, I don't notice really any taste difference, but size, for sure. And the membrane that's in there seems to be extremely robust. So I brought a pokey device, also known as like a sharp butter knife, you know, to poke it through there. So doing it on a cast iron skillet, and I'm going to have egg, some sandwich meat, which is turkey, some sharp cheddar cheese. Everything I cook it's got cheese in it, some kind of meat in it, and it's usually fried. So the thing that I'm going to make a pocket out of, well, I'll just save that for later. And I've got some olive oil here. I'm going to heat it up. And of course, coffee. Yes. Oh, good coffee. Anyway, here we go. So I haven't preheated this or done anything. So make sure I turn on the front one, right? Because we don't want, you put about that much oil. You probably won't be able to see a lot. When it gets down to frying it, I might pick you up off the crock pot there where y'all sit all the time for my videos and show you what's going on right here. But for right now, we're going to heat up this oil. I like doing the iron skillet because you can use a metal spatula flipper. Whoop-a-doop-doop. I like that better. So if it gets stuck, you can just get in there and scrape it off. But it won't get stuck. Hopefully, won't get stuck. That's crossing my fingers. Can you cross them both ways? Look at that. Woohoo! Oh, live long and prosper. All right. Let's slide this around. Roly-poly, roly-poly. This might go kind of quick, because once you get started, there's no stopping it. You know what I mean? There's no stopping it. How do you know when the oil's hot? Yeah, you guess. That's what I do. Just kind of like the looks of it. Did I use too much oil? Did I? Did I use too much? Maybe. Who cares? It's all going to get used. It's all going to get used. Let's move some of this stuff away, because with oil comes splatter. All right, so let's see if we can crack this thing this time without poking a dang hole in the membrane. Now, usually this thing explodes everywhere. And see, I don't know if you can see it, but look at that. Yeah, so in order to keep me from just exploding that thing everywhere, I'm just going to poke a little hole in it right there. That opens it up. Get my thumbs in there. It still is tough. There we go. All right, so there's that part. Let me rinse my fingers off. All right, so, and I always bust the yellow just because. All right, so it's not super duper hot. I don't know if you can see that in there. See, it's starting to turn white a little bit around there. little salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. So I didn't let it get really hot enough to begin with because it is not sizzling. Now, what I'm gonna do, shredded sharp cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle this on the egg, right? While it's still runny on top. That way, it kind of works its way into the egg. Right? Getting down in there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how kind of the cheese gets into the soft part of the egg. Right? Oh, now I hear it popping and cracking. So we'll let that cook a little bit. Got a piece just about got away. Okay. She's a frying up. You know, the difference between me and a real chef is they don't mess with their food while it's cooking. I can't stand it. I just can't. I mean, I've got to poke it and I've got to prod it and I've got to mess with it. And I know you shouldn't. I know you shouldn't. You should just let it do its thing. But I'm a tinkerer. I gotta, you know, I gotta mess with it. I got to mess with it. Just the way it is. All right, so now she's getting really hot. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Go ahead and try to flip this thing. With that. All right, so now, I just flipped it over. I'm gonna cook the other side. And that cheese is in there, so it's kind of fried into the egg. Get my meaning? All right, so while that's cooking, on that side, here's what I wanna do. I'm gonna get into my sandwich meat, and this is like deli sliced. It's really thin. I'm gonna lay that on top of this egg right here. There's 2 pieces. Oh man, I'm kind of hungry today, so, you know, we're gonna go 3 pieces. Just lay that on top of there. And I like this because it's round. Egg's kind of round. You know how that works. Now, as you can tell, the duck egg, there's a lot of egg in there. I mean, that's like almost 2 regular eggs. So it makes it good. All right, so that's probably cooked on that side pretty decent. And I don't like my eggs all, you know, crusty and crunchy. So I like to get it before it's too done. Now I'm gonna flip this. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now see, this is what it looks like when you put the cheese in the egg. See all that golden brown goodness in there? That's that cheddar cheese melted and fried. Golly. I know what you're saying. This is probably one of the healthiest meals you could ever eat. Not. Fried in oil, eggs, cheese. Well, you know, the turkey sandwich meat's pretty lean, so there's not a lot of fat there, but frying things is not usually healthy food. You know what I mean? It's not usually healthy. All right, so now that's frying on the side where the sandwich meat is. I'm gonna turn that off because there's still a lot of heat in that skillet, okay? And now here's what I'm gonna do. Now, this is not a surprise to everybody, I'm sure, but this is what I'm gonna make the pocket out of. What? A tortilla? Look at that. Now, I just set that on top of the skillet there to help heat it up, make it a little more pliable, okay? So remember now, the heat's off, turn the eye off, and this is just the residual heat in the eye and in the skillet that's cooking it right now, okay? So, that tortilla is getting hot up here. Let me grab me a plate. got kind of a nautical theme plate. I like these. The little ring around there has got all those little flags. I know you don't care, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. I know you don't care. All right, so now this is all heated and it's real pliable now. You know, because these were in the refrigerator. I don't know if you keep your stuff in the refrigerator or not, but I do. Okay, so you take this out, lay it on here. Now what I do is I fold it. See how I'm folding? I'm just fold it up. Okay? So I just folded it nice, neat. Then I put that into the skillet. What do you think about them apples, huh? Right? Is that not cool? Now, so still the residual heat. It's in the skillet, in the stove. And so it's gonna, I guess, fry it. I mean, it's not gonna like char it, hopefully, you know, make it all yucky and burnt. It's just gonna make it really, hopefully, crisp. Now, I used oil. If you want a little extra flavor with this, you could put some butter in there, real butter, right? I think that would make it a lot better, but that's just an extra step. And if you've ever seen any of my videos or my lives, you always know I'm frugal or cheap, maybe, but pretty much always lazy about things. I'm not into all that other extra work. If you saw my 2-ingredient biscuits, that's what that's all about. It's about being lazy. Just put 2 things together and make biscuits, you know? So, sounds like it's pretty much done on that side. But one other thing this does for my breakfast pocket is it kind of keeps it together. When you fry it, it keeps it together on that side. Right? Because one thing you don't want is your breakfast pocket falling apart on you. So we'll let that fry on this side. Heat up. See, I can't help but mess with it. What does pressing down on it make, you know? You see that sometimes? I've seen those grills that they use at fast food, the stainless steel griddle, and they'll take a hamburger and they throw it down on there and then they'll lay like a weight on top of it, or, you know, a spatula with a heavy spatula or something like that. Yep. So my new puppy's out there running around. Got to kind of keep an eye on her. But, all right, so that's kind of done. This is what I would consider done. I mean, you can stick it in there and let it go however long you want. But I'm gonna cut this open, let you look at it. Woo, toasty. Ow, 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 ow. There's the floor. Knives on the floor, knives on the floor. All right. So, I mean, you can see, woo, hot. The cheese and the egg, the sandwich meat, all that in there. See, it got pretty nice on this side. I didn't fry it as long on the other side. But anyway, that's what I consider my breakfast pocket. So, like I said, it's not anything really special, but I like it. It's easy, convenient, you know, pick it up and eat it like a sandwich. Breakfast sandwich, whatever. Wrap, you could have rolled it. I just like to fold them. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, whatever. Subscribe to the channel, get the notification bell turned on so when I make a video or I go live again, that you'll get notifications and you can come and watch. So Mondays and Thursdays are usually my live shows, and they're just a talk show. Just get on there and I'll talk about crazy stuff. So anyway, let's see, today's Sunday, April the 30th. Tomorrow night, I think, I don't know, is that May the 1st? Anyway, going to be talking about cryotherapy, you know, freezing your tuchus off for the, you know, for good health. I don't know. We're going to talk about it, see what the deal is with it. But anyway, like, subscribe to the channel, and keep an eye out for new videos. Thanks a lot. See you now.